Alright, welcome. In this video, I'm out here once again with Mylo. Yes, Mylo's here for phase 4 of service dog training. And here I'm going to be working on a distraction exercise. Now, beyond the gate, just beyond my gate here, there's 5 or 6 ducks just hanging out underneath my big giant, oak tree. And so that was just a few minutes ago. I expect they will still be there. So I use this as a distraction exercise. So knowing I'm going through that door here in a moment, and knowing, okay, that they're there, and knowing that Mylo is probably going to want to invest. He's going to want to fixate, direct his attention towards the ducks. I can see him kind of moving away here a little bit, so across the street actually. So we'll see how this goes down. But the whole point of this is to exit the gate, get near the ducks, but keeping Mylo in a calm state of mind. So again, influence being an active agent. Okay, I talk about that in my videos. Okay, so I'm going to intercept his state of mind, but in a proactive way. So I'm not waiting for him to over-invest. Okay, understand the whole principle here is to bring him into a state of relaxation, agreeableness, but with influence being an active component. Just think parental influence with how you're interacting with a already selfish child versus taking a path of bribery, okay, trying to use a motivator, say, such as treats, to distract him. Understand, that's following a whole different path. This is why that idea falls apart for so many people, especially service dog training. Now, as I exit here with him, which I'm going to do, I'm going to keep, again, my attention and focus on him. And I'm going to, again, just even right here, because even as you get near a certain area, I'm going to just take the time to be proactive, to nudge. I have him at a bit of an angle here. So when I exit the door here, when I release the latch and push the door open, you still want to be proactive, okay? You still want to be focused and nudging a little bit to help to intercept, and then angling at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to exit here and show you how this is done. So as I exit, push this door open. There's a squirrel right there. So the squirrel has replaced the duck. So see right away he's trying to pivot, turn around. And right away, okay, I brought him into, I reversed it. I turned him around, and I'm tapping. Okay, you see he's a little intense here, not at a very high, not at a super high level, right? He's definitely wanting to fixate. I'm gonna close my gate. So if there's ever a reaction from a dog, okay, you don't want to fuel that reaction. Okay, you need to intercept it. Okay, influence is key. So right here, see I'm tapping here a little bit. So the tapping is about giving him comfort the right way. Okay, getting him into a state of relaxation. Okay, so the messaging is, hey, I'm in control of everything. Okay, so I'm intercepting his state of mind. So I'm going to start to move here a little bit. So the squirrel kind of replaced the ducks. The ducks have moved to the other side. But I'm just going to hang out here for a moment. Because again, it's like using every opportunity to start to create change. So here, I'm just going to hang out here, because the same thing with him working through stuff, okay? It's the same thing. So being stationary, hanging out in a certain area, the same messaging all the time. So right here, just tapping. Same thing, you see me in the Walmart here with Mylo, turning, nudging, breaking his connection, okay, getting him to relax. So just like I described, like kind of opening the door up, closing it again through his mind. Okay, so again, eventually get to a point where a look just will be a look. The whole principle here is to be proactive and already be dialed in, so that you're exposing his state of mind. Okay, just at the level he's trying to invest. And this is one of the things where it's a common theme throughout, whether service dog training or anything, it's just engaging this way. So hanging out here with him, so I'm just turned here. Because here's the thing, when you're looking at dogs, body language, even with how they're using their nose, air scent, and the level of that will give you a clue of where their mind's traveling. You want them just to let it go, okay, just to truly relax. This is about you becoming the pivot point right here. And even here, people watch my videos, and I have a lot of people here just today from taking the path of bribery with service dog training. You can go try and check out their comments. And generating a lot of views on my videos, probably for all the wrong reasons. Well, I shouldn't say that's a good way, because it's about educating people, but you'll see them look at, if they look at a tool, for example, right here, you'll see the choke chain is up high on Mylo's neck. It's just tight enough to keep it up high, but it's right there. So understand that kinetically, there's a certain level of control he's got to feel, but I can edge here, but there's always release. Understand that when I'm being proactive, and see right here, see how his head's turning, and then I'm releasing? Because this is what I talk about, being turned to a point where he's trying to swivel his head. That's the fade out moment. Okay, the inwardness is what I'm focused on, him being inward to me. And so what I'm doing is, I'm breaking his connection, okay, through influence, right, within those moments. And then I'm releasing just enough, so I'm still right there. I'm ready to reassert influence if needed. So it's the language, okay, it's how I'm using a tool, how I'm using the leash to be dialed in. The whole dialing in issue here. And here's the contrast to that. That's why people look at this and then they want to release the dog in the sense of following a different path. Just think about the parenting style, permissive, the issue about bribery, agreeableness. So I could let him off the leash right now. He's going to seem more agreeable, right, because he's gaining more control back. All right, so, but then you never get a dog fix, because it plays off of, just like the parenting style, plays off of the whole thing with appearances and reconciling relationship properly. So again, he'll maintain a level of control throughout. You'll never get a dog to perform tasks for you because the focus isn't shifting the right way, because the relationship isn't truly getting better. You understand? So it's really, you have to be able to piece everything together properly. So here, influence is an active agent, okay, active component. It has to be. Okay, you go a different path based on where you're currently standing in a relationship. It's all about reconciling everything. So start moving with him a little bit. When I move, see, I just put him right back into a sit again. All right here, I can, again, just nudge. And here's the thing, is how I know when I don't have to, a look just becomes a look. It's the level at which, these little tremors are happening when I'm certain, right here. See, he's reaching out his nose here. I'm tapping a little bit. I'm not trying to, put too much influence onto him. I'm just working his mind in a very specific way here. So breaking connections and release to just a certain level here. But the moment, you see the moments on the video, you watch them, you'll see those when I'm disconnecting, when a little tremor moments. Okay, here he's pretty, he's there, he's getting pretty relaxed here. He's still like wanting to check out with his nose, right? I'm just nudging here a little bit. So vehicle goes by, see, I just kind of nudge a little bit. He's not over intense towards the vehicle, which is good. This is about other animals, squirrels. The squirrel come out, the ducks. They want to hang out here a lot, which is great for me, but I don't want to startle them either. So that's the whole point. When you come out, you want the dog to really be relaxed. You should be already working that, because when the ducks stay in the area, and it's like other animals, when they have a sense that you're in control, you'll see that. When they're trying to flee really quickly, it's because they already know things are going to get out of control. Okay, this gives you, nature's kind of giving you information. Okay, trust me, like when your cat has gone into hiding for, a few weeks, even when your dog's at a puppy level, they're already taking proactive action. They already know it's going to be a mess. When your cat starts to come out and starts to become more comfortable and relaxed, they sense that you're in control. Right, that's the whole point. You watch my videos, you'll see how I'm doing that. So again, I'm going to move him a little bit again. We're just stationary because we don't need to go very far to affect change. That's the whole point. This isn't about distance. This is about relationship. So I'll bring him over here. Out in the open here a little bit. Again, just taking my time, because I'm focused on his mind. Okay, I'm not focused on his body that way in terms of distance or in terms of just position. Okay, I'm focused right up here. How his head's swiveling, the intensity, okay, get a sense of that. Watch my videos. Turn a little bit, so I pivot here a little bit, change the position just to make things interesting. Same thing here, right here. See, I'm moving, I'm putting them back, move forward, tap them back. Even here, you see the little intensity here, right? This is a work in progress. Here, back, just how his mind rolls forward. When Sadie's owner shows up tomorrow, you'll see me being outside here. I'm going to be working with her with this, so like being outside, forward. Because once I do this, like, the standard is set. I understand that line has been established. So even here, he's got to be patient. He's got to relax. He's got to work through this. He's got to know that, hey, you know, because if you're in a store with a service dog and you're shopping and you're, you know, getting items, dog's got to be patient and wait, and then be ready to focus on if you need them to do a task in that moment. The dog has to maintain that focus the right way, okay? Not begging them to do it through bribery and trying to pull a bunch of treats. I mean, that's ridiculous. But that's where we're at, okay, in terms of how a lot of the dog training community is, because they're following a different, understand they're following a different path. You want your dog to perform for you the right way. See, notice how, same thing. It's enough, again, because the choke chain's up high in his neck. That's for control. I have the flat collar too. There's times I use that to keep influence level down. If I'm doing like the push-pull for meeting people, I'll switch over to that device. But again, encourage you, watch my videos. Like you watch my videos of me interacting dogs. I'm offering a lot of information here. I'm just talking through a lot of stuff, and just encourage you to take note of what I'm saying and what I'm doing, because you'll gain a lot through that. I'm putting out a lot of stuff for people. See that? See swivel? See that? I break that right away. So his head turns, because I don't care what it is. All I know is I own it. That's the point. I don't let him invest. Okay, because I know where we're at in the relationship, what needs to happen, how I'm bringing him to a point of really good focus. So right here, see, I'm just breaking connection. You have to do that. Sometimes you have to do this a lot. And then you'll get them, you know it's a problem, because then they'll start to protest. You know, he's not protesting that way. See, a vehicle goes by, break his connection. You've got to be patient. He's got to be relaxed, and this is something you have to. But again, you got to set that standard. Move forward right here. See, I'm tapping right away, and he's defaulting back into a sit. And the vehicle goes by here again. Right, he didn't even pay attention to it. Well, then some could suggest, well, because maybe he's trying to figure out where that squirrel's at. Well, no. You just look at the intensity level. Like, this is starting to relax more. Here, same thing. Move forward with him. Tap right away. So I'm just shuffling forward, not taking much of a step, because I want to rock his mind back. Same thing. Moving forward, tapping. Same thing. Taking my time. Hoping the squirrel comes back. But I'm out in an area where this is about real life, where the potential is for, things to happen, right? In terms of encountering other animals. But notice how this isn't about distance at all. When I know a dog needs work in distracting areas, I'm not going to move very far. I'm going to stay within a certain area, because the focus is totally on the dog's state of mind. This isn't on distance that way at all. So, doing really good. My neighbors is coming out, doing his thing. Got lots of friendly neighbors around here. One of my neighbors there, he'd come down here at one point. I had trouble with my irrigation system. My oak tree was pushing up against one of the outlets. Came down with a tool, helped me cut away one of the roots. This tree is massive, and the root system goes way all around everywhere. Same thing. I'm just, again, even as I'm talking, I'm focused. That's the key. Paying attention to how his mind is moving. This is a de-stressing, it's a relaxation type of exercise. This is about him developing patience. So I tap a little bit, see? Same thing. Mylo looking good. He's styling profiling here for me right now. Look at him. Beautiful dog. Mylo's beautiful. But the whole thing is appreciating dogs, valuing dogs for the amazing animals that they are. So I can look at the issue about appearance and say, oh, that's a beautiful dog, but I also want a beautiful relationship. You understand? Like, that makes all the difference. So, like, what I'm going for here is the total package. I mean, you can appreciate a dog for being looking beautiful, and the dog's totally out of control. And who likes that? I mean, the owner will be in denial, and everyone else is looking at the dog saying, that dog's a mess. And the person's just focused on their outward beauty. It's about inward, okay? Beauty comes from the inside, right? So appearances are appearances. What we're going for here is the total package. So Mylo's doing great. Relaxation. Because here's the thing, I tell people all the time, don't focus on distance at first. Focus on where the mind is traveling. See right there, broke a little bit of a connection. His mind wants to move up the road a little bit. This is all about just establishing this. Lots of repetition. And I'm interacting the same way all the time. Coming up here. Stop. So there you have it. Just again, you see how that works. Just total about relaxation, not about distance. This is about his mind, okay? How his mind is moving, how he's investing, fixating, and I'm breaking those connections. I'm getting him to relax, taking stress off of him. So influence being an active component, active agent, has to be, okay? Because you take a different path. Yeah, you could focus on appearances that way, and then release the dog, right? Have the dog check things out, and hang out with the other dog and all that. Meanwhile, right, you got a mess on your hands because you're governed by appearances. The test is how the dog is responding, okay, with influence being an active component, which is going to give you the truth, okay? Then from there, change is going to happen in a very intentional way. So Mylo's doing really good. We're in phase 4. More work needs to be done for sure. But again, we're coming a long way. So if you go back and check all my videos on Mylo from phase 1 right up through, you'll see change happening like every day. How this comes together the right way, based again on an interaction base.